Hey guys, Rossrick here to take a look at my third and latest fragmentation vest. This is a German Flecktarn camouflage pattern fragmentation vest. Now, like I said, this is my third vest. It cost me about $62. I just got it in yesterday, and I'm pretty excited about it. This is in addition to, I'm going to go ahead and model my other vests. In addition to my very old and expensive M69 fragmentation vest seen here. This is my most expensive vest, and ironically the least protective. And my recently restored PASGT fragmentation vest. This vest has been recolored because the black was really faded. So now it looks new, and this is actually a 1988 vest, which coincidentally my German vest is an 88 also, but I'll get to that later. So I'm then just turning around. There's the back and the side. So that's pretty neat. Now on to the focus of this video. This is a German fragmentation vest, also known as the splitterschutzweste, which roughly translates to splinter protective vest. So then I've got one of my Facebook friends, he's in the Bundeswehr, and he says these are called light fragmentation vests, and that's a pretty spot on description because this thing is extremely light. It almost feels like just a level 3A ballistic or bullet resistant vest, but this is a fragmentation. So it's a little bit disappointing. I was expecting something more like the PASGT, but this is a significantly lighter in weight and significantly less material. I don't know if it's more advanced or not. I mean, this one came out, this one is dated 1988, and the PASGT vests were introduced in 1983. But I'll probably get into that discussion in a few minutes. So now looking at the vest, it's got a very big high collar, which folds down when not in use. But when you want to use it, there's a Velcro tab right here that you just connect over, and then you have your collar. This collar is really high and really big. I don't know how they actually wear it. I'd need to look up some pictures, but that's the collar fully deployed. When wearing the vest, it actually looks like one of those plastic funnels they put around dogs and cats after surgery, which is pretty funny. But anyways, this is in the German Flecktarn camouflage pattern, first made standard in the late 1980s and around 1990 to replace the olive drab pattern, similar to what the US was using. Now this has two pockets. No, excuse me, it has one front Velcro pocket right here. The placement is actually pretty good compared to the PASGT. And I haven't tried it with Alice gear yet, really, so I'll have to see how that works out. Just one front chest pocket. And to wear the vest, it has two Velcro fasteners, or hook and pile fasteners on each side right here. So you can slip the vest over, kind of like the, well, no, not like the Interceptor, but just like some level 3 vests. And then it also has a Velcro portion right here for easier adjustment and to put on the vest or to take it off quickly. And then on the shoulder pads, it has two snaps like the PAS GT. And then it looks like there's a further snap on top. I don't know exactly what that's for. So let me go ahead and put this on. Take the boonie off. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not the quote-unquote proper way to put it on, but it'll work good enough for demonstration purposes. Now, there's a little bit of contrast between the fleck-tarn pattern and the US woodland. So, like I said before, this vest is extremely light, which is probably why they call it a light fragmentation vest. Again, that raises some concerns for me as to the protection level of this vest compared to the PASGT. I mean, this feels very, very thin and light. And but I mean, they were introduced around the same time. Maybe the Germans used a more advanced aramid fiber or Kevlar. I'm not sure, but since it feels a lot lighter. And if someone didn't know any better, they'd actually take this probably for a level 3 vest, which I'm pretty positive that this is not. So it's pretty comfortable. I find that the shoulder protectors are a little bit more restricted than on the PASGT, but just a little bit. Although probably with a little bit of wear, it might not be an issue. The collar takes some getting used to. It's actually a very, very big collar compared to the PASGT, and even compared to the M69. It's a pretty big collar, but it's fairly thin. So if you have a helmet or whatever, it can move and adapt with it. And then the vest pretty much covers all the important areas. Let me give a quick turn around, give a quick view. Here's the side and the back. Give you a good view of the extent of how much the collar protects. And then back to the front again. So and then feels pretty secure, although just because it's light in weight, and I know for sure that it's a fragmentation vest, I'd be kind of iffy on whether or not to actually use it versus the PASGT. And what kind of irritated me a little bit, I bought this vest because I heard that you could stick SAPI plates in there, and that the Kevlar panels were removable. There's no pockets to remove the Kevlar material on these vests. I mean, the only pocket is the front pocket right here, and that's just a utility pocket. I guess that's just a minor issue. So, we're saying this vest is extremely, extremely lightweight. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. And of course, I've got my Interceptor and my PASGT. But I'd be tempted to actually use the PASGT instead of this vest, simply because it feels like there's a lot more material. And I don't know how much research was done by the Germans before they introduced this vest, or if they studied the PASGT vest and then just made some assumptions based on that. Whereas the PASGT vest had a lot of study behind it. The previous vests, such as the M69, the M1955, and M52 vests, all the combat data and feedback from the troops was there from that. And I don't know if the Germans had a previous fragmentation vest before this. A lot of the pictures I see of the Bundeswehr from the mid-1980s previously, it looks like they're just wearing their olive drab fatigues without any body armor except a helmet. Again, I'm not exactly sure about that, but just from an assumption on how this vest, the design of this vest, I'd say that the PASGT would be a superior vest for fragmentation protection. So let me go ahead and take this thing off. See if I can take it off in this method. Let me get the collar. So then if you don't need the collar, you can just fold it down like this. It's pretty handy. Now looking inside, here is the label. I don't know if that's going to come out too well in the video or not. Let me try and read it. My German isn't too good, but I'll try it anyways. It says Nurser decoration, which is probably not for decoration. Now inside it says Buscher and Hertzberg, Bad Herzfeld, GK, splitterschutzweste. It's got the stock information, and then washing instructions for Wasche und Reinigung, Schutzpacke, Inteckmen, Feuchte Weste, schonend trocknen, dunkel aufbewahren. And then it has the standard warning, which is probably this vest can save your life. Achtung, diese Weste kann Leben retten. And then I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to read more, but so that's it for that vest. And I'm just going to do a quick comparison about how I feel with the PAS GT. Now putting the PAS GT vest on, it's definitely a lot thicker, a little bit heavier, but I definitely feel more protected with this vest. The Kevlar/aramid fiber is very, very thick, and it feels very, very solid. And the level of protection is the same. Freedom of movement is greater. The shoulder pads are more towards the top of the vest instead of outwards, which is a little bit less protection, but I can do this. Put my arms above my head. It's a lot less restrictive than the German model. And the collar, while a little bit smaller, is still extremely flexible. So if I had to count on a fragmentation vest to protect me, I'd go for the PAS GT over the splitterschutzweste. And it's I'm just not sure about the vest simply because of its lightweight, but I don't know, maybe it's a more advanced design. So, well, I hope you guys like my little video. Please make sure to comment and subscribe.